All right, so UFC 243 live. I think we're at, let me see. Trying to see if I can hear the mic. Testing. There you go. So this is pretty good distance. All right, so we are at UFC main card, Melbourne, Australia. You have Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker for the 185 belts. We're in the third fight. You had Diego Lima, who's I believe the younger brother of Douglas Lima, who's the Bellator champ right now, or actually not the Bellator champ. He's in the Grand Prix. He just defeated Luke Jumea by split decision, even though it should have been a unanimous decision. And now you have Tai Tuivasa. Who's that? I think that's the guy that is the guy that does the shoey, which, you know, you put beer in your shoe and you like spit and you do all this other shit and like you drink it. I don't know about all that. I mean, that's I don't know if Joe Rogan's going to give him his shoe. I know Joe Rogan's not here, but I mean, you know, DC or somebody else going to give him his shoe so he can put some beer in there. But, you know, he's definitely a guy that's has some, you know, a lot of fans right now, even though he lost 2 in a row. You know, he still has some big wins in the UFC, and he's definitely a crowd favorite. So we'll see. You know, this other guy that he's fighting, Sergey Spivak, I don't know who he is. I've never seen him fight before. So, you know, this is my first introduction to him. But Tai, on the other hand, I've seen all his fights. He's got a lot of power. Again, he's fighting in his home country. So definitely he's going to have the fan behind them. We'll hear some of the audio. So he's got 8 first-round finishes, finished all 9 wins, 4 by. Okay, so he's a good finisher. That's pretty good. Do I have people watching? I don't even know. This is my first time going live, by the way, so I have no idea who's watching. I think there are people watching. All right. All right. There's the guy. There's the man right there. So UFC 243 has set some sort of a record in terms of attendance. I believe now it's the highest attendance in UFC history. So that's pretty cool. What is the deal with the shoey? I mean, is it just beer? Or is it any type of liquor? And, you know, why the hell is he allowing other people to, like, is this... That's crazy. I don't think it's very common, though, right? I mean, I don't think all Australians do this, do the shoey. Oh, my guy, Patrick. That's a tough one. Adesanya or Whittaker. I think that's a tough one, guys. I don't know. You know, that's a really tough fight because Israel Adesanya is that damn good. And Robert Whittaker has proven time and time again, you know, he defeated the best of the best of the best at 185. But Israel might be like the John Jones of the 185. You know, he might be that guy. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, it's a very, very difficult fight because it can go either way. You know, I think on paper, you might want to go with Whittaker because he's faced all the tests to 185, the Jacares, the Romeros, the freaking, whoever. He beat them all. But Israel Adesanya has looked better and better and better. And especially in that last fight against Kelvin Gastelum, man, he proved himself in that fifth round. Whatever doubts that people had, he proved himself. So I'm extremely impressed with Israel Adesanya. And that's a tough fight. I don't know. But you know what? I'll go with Whittaker. All right, I'll go with the champion because he is the champion. He's earned that. But I wouldn't be surprised if Israel beats him. Exactly. 50-50, dude. It is a 50-50 fight. Just like Kelvin Gastelum versus Israel Adesanya was a 50-50 fight. Like, Kelvin Gastelum, honestly, in my opinion, should be at 170. If he just cuts that weight, lose a little bit of body fat, I think he can be a champion at 170. I think he's a contender at 185, and he can be a champion at 185. But, like, at 170, I think Kelvin Gastelum is the man at 170. You guys remember that fight he had against Tyron Woodley, man, split decision. I mean, a lot of people say he won that fight, even though he came in overweight. So, but that's how good Kelvin Gastelum is. And that was a 50-50 fight. And it came down to the last round. So I feel like with Robert Whittaker and Israel, it's going to be a 50-50 fight. I don't know who's going to win. It's really tough for me. Oh, there's Bruce Buffer, man. I love how Buffer does like the Buffer 360, the Buffer this. I mean, that's all right, guys. This is one of the most hyped up cards in the UFC, right? Obviously, the biggest attendance. It's a massive, massive place. But aside from the main event, I mean, the card is not that deep. You got Dan Hooker versus Ally Quinta as the co-main event. I don't know if those guys will be co-main eventing a UFC Fight Night card, but they're co-main eventing this card. But it's really based on the strength, and that's a testament, I think, to number one, Robert Whittaker in Australia, but also Israel Adesanya. So, those two guys are really carrying this card. All right. Whittaker admitted to being willing to go into fights with broken bones because he doesn't want to let people down. Yeah. Well, remember, he's been off for a while. Now, that's either a good thing or a bad thing because, Adesanya has been very active. Like, he's had 4 fights, I believe, since Whittaker has been out. That's a good or bad thing because, remember, those are not only 4 fights. He's had some really tough fights, number one. Number two, those are 4 training camps, right? 4 training camps. That's a lot of wear and tear on the body. So Robert Whittaker is coming off a long rest. That could be an advantage. The disadvantage is that he's out of the cage for so long, right? Over a year. So it's an advantage and a disadvantage. It's hard to say. But back to this fight. Ooh. Tai Tuivasa. Oh, look at the big hand. It's coming at him. Oh, look at those kicks. So Spivaka's on top. He doesn't want to stand with this guy. I understand that part. Watch Triple G versus there. I can't only watch one fight at a time, man. I wish I could watch both of them. Do you want to see Triple G versus Canelo again? 3rd time? I don't know if you guys can hear the audio. Can you guys hear the audio? Khabib is in the future to be pound for pound. Is he close to? I think Khabib is pound for pound right now, number 1. It's ridiculous. Oh, my man, Keenan TV. I'm trying to be like you, brother. That's crazy. Oh, he's trying to do the judo throw. Oh, it ends up puts him in a bulldog choke. What's going on, brother? Links. What are you talking? You gotta get the pay-per-view, my man. ESPN Plus. Oh, he takes him down again. Gets on top. I will say, the pros of fighting in your hometown, obviously, is you have the crowd, everyone supporting you, but that can also be a massive pressure, because you want to excite, you want to go out there and perform. You have so much expectations. And a lot of times, man, you burn yourself out in the first round. And what Spivak is trying to do is, again, just wear him down, get him on the ground, get on top, not really look for the finish, certainly not look for the finish in the first or second round. And he knows how excited Tuivasa is right now. So, but I hope he gets the win because I want to see the shoey. Even though I'm not a fan of that, I think like that's fucking disgusting. But I want to see the shoey. ESPN pay-per-view. There you go. What happened to you? Aren't you doing your? Oh, he got some with the Uchimata, the Judo throw. Keenan, man, where's your live? I thought you were going live. So he got him in the headlock right now, and my man needs to work on his ground game, man. He's got a lot of space right now to get up. So he's on his back. He's rotating the right way, but he needs to get on his knees, put his elbow on the ground so he can get the hell back up. Nah, I did not see Paulo Costa, man. Paulo Costa is nasty, though. Oh, you did a stream? Dude, you're missing the main card, man. You got to get back on stream. You got to get back on. Oh. I got to move my laptop a little bit here. So we'll see. Well, like I said, man, the main card, it's aside from the main event, it's not really a deep card. It's not. And I'm not, I mean, I love the UFC. I love MMA, but it's not a deep card at all. Okay. Does he? Does he get the winner? Yeah, Paulo Costa is a different beast, man. He's really good. So first round ended up tied to Tuivasa versus Spivak, and obviously Ty lost that first round. I mean, he landed some really nice good kicks, as you can see right there. He buckled him in that first leg kick, but most of the fight was spent on the ground, man. And he just does not have an answer. So this is a good question to ask, man. Do you want to see your number one damage? What counts, damage or control? In this case, Ty really did most of the damage. The leg kicks, couple of punches, whereas Sergey did majority of the control. He had like 4 minutes of like control time, basically, right? So damage versus control. In my opinion, Sergey won because majority of the fight, Ty was on the ground trying to get back up, even though he might have hurt Sergey with his leg kicks and things like that. I would say Adesanya is a very tough matchup for Paulo Costa, and Paulo really proved himself against what's my guy's name? Yo Romero. You know what I mean? Like he came out strong. He had no fear. He was coming out real strong in that fight, and I was really surprised. But Israel proved himself in the fifth round. Okay, do you know how hard that is to be? 2-2. Right, two against. He won 2 rounds. He lost 2 rounds, and that fifth final deciding round, he really proved himself as a champion. So Paulo hasn't done that. Paulo was getting almost worked by Yo Romero, and Yo Romero always had gas problems. So in my opinion, Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa, I would take Israel. To me, I'll take that fight. In this fight with Robert Whittaker, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win. But again, styles make matchups. So, all right, let's go back to this fight. Tuivasa versus Spivak. Again, put him against the fence, throwing some nice knees, elbows. I think it's really important to take the center. Oh, he's throwing some nice leg kicks. But again, Sergey's trying to clinch, trying to take him down, get on top, wear him down. And you can see Tuivasa is just, he's telegraphing his shots. He's already tired. And again, it's not that he's tired because of he does has bad cardio or because of his shape. He has a lot of excitement. He's fighting in his homeland. He wants to get the finish. So you have all this amped up energy and you're just trying to unleash it in the first round. So I don't think it's because he's like, overweight or anything like that. It's just there's a lot of excitement, a lot of nerves. It's a mental stress more than a physical one. Jason, you think so? You think Paul's gonna? You think Paul is gonna win? You gotta watch that Israel fight, man. Israel, I don't know. I think Israel will win, man. I'm like very confident that Israel will beat Paulo Costa. Exactly, exactly, Jason. He's getting the adrenaline dump, and again, I feel like all that excitement in that first round, trying to go out there and finish this dude. He's getting a dose of reality now. He's like, fuck, I'm losing this fight. I'm about to be down 0-2 in my homeland. So we'll see how tough mentally Tuivasa really is. Can he come back and beat him in the third round if it goes to a third round? Because right now he's about to get choked out. So if you can't see it, Sergey has full mount, right? And he's dropping elbows on this dude. And Ty is bleeding. He's cut. He's bleeding. And he's just smashing him right now, dude. Smashing him right now. He's trying to advance up. Oh, he's trying to go for an arm triangle, but it's going to be hard to do that against the fence. But he's smashing him right now. Oh, they're going to stop the fight. Arm triangle again. So he's stuck. Oh, now he creates some space. He's going for it. He's going for it. Oh, he's out. He's out. Oh, shit. Whoo. That's crazy. Is it just me or are all the Australians losing? Right? I don't. I guess we don't get to see a shoey tonight. I mean, that was a good win. I didn't get to see Megan Anderson. I'm glad she won. I wanted to watch that fight. Did she look good? I'm a believer in Megan Anderson, despite she lost to Holly Holm and she's had some. She didn't do as well as we'd hoped. Like I wanted to see her fight Cyborg. I guess that's not going to happen now, but I still believe Megan Anderson. Obviously, she needs to work in her ground game. I mean, she got exposed by Holly Holm on the ground, so I think she needs to. I think she definitely needs to come back. I think she can come back, is what I'm saying. I think she can be a champion. Like her striking look real good. She's tall. She knows how to use her reach. She's got really nasty knees, but plus I think she's not bad looking either. So triangle choke from the ground. Well, all right. So Megan Anderson won, but Ty lost. That's not good. Well, hopefully the co-main event, you got Dan Hooker versus Al Iaquinta. I got Al Iaquinta in that fight. Iaquinta is nasty, and I was super shocked, super surprised that he lost to Cowboy. I thought he would beat Cowboy, and I was super impressed how he beat Kevin Lee. So I was like, man, Al Iaquinta is that dude, and then he lost to Cowboy, which was surprising. I said, damn. All these people that are beating the Australians in their home country, they're talking about how great the city is and how great. And that's one way to get applause. It's kind of cheap, but I don't think you should go that route. I think you should go the other route. I think you should go the bad guy route. I don't want to say this is a gimme fight for Ty, but this is a fight that he should have won, man. This is a bad fight for him to lose. He's now lost 3 in a row. So, do you think he deserves another chance? I mean, he was dominated in this fight. I mean, this ground and pound was nasty. He took some nasty, nasty punches. He said, "Thank you." Alec Quinta, Dan Hooker, Robert Whittaker, Israel Adesanya. Did you just say Fedor? Is this guy part of Fedor's team? If he is, I'm a fan. Is he? My man, you gotta stop, man. No one's gonna translate all that. You gotta take the mic away. Come on. Ooh, Fedor team? My man. All right. Let's see. I don't think that was a good performance, man. I think that was an okay performance. Again, this guy, I'm sorry, but this is not a main card fighter. Not yet, at least. Are you watching the Triple G fight, Keenan? Oh, there's Henry Cejudo. I love it. I love it. The king of the flyweights. The protect. I mean, was it the king of the bantamweights? The protector of the flyweights. I'm a big fan of Henry Cejudo. Keep the cringe going, man. I'm a big fan. Let's go. Exactly. Triple C, dude. I love it. I love it. I love what he's doing, man. I'm a big fan of him. Another thing, man, I don't think he gets enough credit. You know what I mean? The UFC was talking about how they're going to end the flyweight division, and guess what? As much as people praise Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, Mighty Mouse had his opportunity to go up to 135, and he didn't do that. He had his opportunity to challenge TJ Dillashaw, and he did not want to do it. He did not want to take up the challenge. And I hate to say it, but if the UFC ends the flyweight division, it's gonna be because of Demetrius Johnson's fault. It ain't gonna be because of Triple C. You know what I mean? Like Triple C came in, he defeated a man that he lost to 2 years ago. It was a close fight, but he defeated him. And then he freaking destroyed TJ Dillashaw, a steroid, TJ Dillashaw in like seconds. So he did so much for the division in like 1 year. He did so much for the division than Demetrius Mighty Mouse has ever done. So I have a ton of respect for Henry Cejudo. And Henry Cejudo is one of the best pound for pound. I mean, you got Henry Cejudo, you got Habib, you have John Jones, obviously. You have, if Israel wins, Israel's going to be up there. So, yeah, I'm just ranting on right now about Triple C. People keep saying he's cringy and they want him to stop, but I love it, man. I love what he's doing right now. I can't wait to watch him next. That's funny. There should be a 4 foot tall statue made of Henry Cejudo for accomplishing all these. That's fucked up, man. Yeah, I agree. I agree. He should. He should have a 4 feet statue. I mean, 4 foot tall statue. How is Triple G doing? Is Triple G winning the fight or is he losing the fight? Triple G is getting up there in age, man. My man is like, I think like mid 30s. He's like 37 years old now, right? So I have 8 people that are watching right now. So thank you. How is it, by the way? How's the audio? How's the video? Because I still need to adjust. Like, I think next time I'm going to adjust the camera better software. Hopefully the microphone's good because I'm using an external mic, not the internal shitty the laptop mic, obviously. But I think the video quality probably could be better. All right, there you go. You got co-main event. Dan Hooker versus Al Iaquinta. Wow. So Dan Hooker's not even top 10 right now. That's crazy. Al Iaquinta is 6. So he's almost 10 places ahead of him, according to the UFC rankings. So again, man, these hometown Australian guys are getting shots, but like, dude, some stiff competition, man. I do too, man. I got Raging Al winning. If Robert Whittaker was a song, you'd be down with the sickness. Why do that, man? Yeah, I got Raging Al winning too. Al Iaquinta, man, I still think. I mean, he is definitely a top lightweight in the world. Like I said, I was very surprised that he lost to Donald Cowboy Cerrone in a 5-round fight too. I didn't even think Cowboy can go like 5 rounds. I mean, Cowboy's freaking 36 years old. He's been fighting for like 15 years now. Especially after that performance against Kevin Lee, I thought Al Iaquinta was like, 1 or 2 wins away from a title shot, and then he freaking loses to Donald Cerrone. I mean, I'm not trying to down Donald Cerrone, but Donald Cerrone is not the Donald Cerrone of old. So you see the promotion between Al Iaquinta and Dan Hooker. Oh, Iaquinta. You got Adesanya, you got Hooker? Nah. You might be right on Adesanya. I don't know about. I'll be shocked if Dan Hooker beats Al Iaquinta. Al Iaquinta is tough to finish, man. Al Iaquinta is a fighter. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't quit. He's got some craziness to him. He's also one badass realtor. My man's selling houses, renting houses. He's fucking flipping houses. Hookah. That's true. All right. So Dan Hooker's 6 foot. He's 29 years old. My man's on. He just had 1 win against James Vick. He's 1-1 in his last 2 fights. You know what I mean? He lost to Edson Barbosa not too long ago. Dan Hangman Hooker. That's funny. This is a massive, massive arena. The Marvel Stadium. Wow. This venue has a 57,000 seating capacity. It's freaking huge. That's crazy that UFC is, being hosted at a place like this. But they got such a weak card. I'm sorry. I mean, the main event is awesome, but like the rest of the main card, I felt like Megan Anderson could have been on the main card. Like she should have been on the main card. I don't know why she wasn't. I think I got Robert. I think Robert's gonna. Actually, I'm not even sure about that. Ally Quinta arrested in Melbourne, Australia for beating up a hooker. Yeah, yeah, that's one hell of a headline. I think Al wins by decision. The same for Adesanya over Whittaker, says Jason. Jason Wonder, or is it Jason Wonder? I like that title though. Al Quinta arrested in Melbourne, Australia for beating up a hooker. Al Quinta is the new ShamWow guy. I'm surprised that he's getting this co-main event spot. I mean, the man is just 1-1 in his last two fights. Okay, and he's not even ranked top 10 in the UFC. He's ranked number 15. Ally Quinta is ranked number 6. That's a massive. If Ally Quinta loses this one, then I mean, what does he do if he beats this guy? Nothing. He really has nothing to gain from beating this guy. But, obviously a chance to co-main event. Obviously a chance to, get a win under his belt, a big paycheck. I'm sure the UFC, if they're not, they should compensate Al for taking this fight because this guy's almost 10 places behind. So Al Quinta has a lot to lose taking this fight. Dan Hooker really has nothing to lose. You know what I mean? If he wins, he's gonna be in the top 10. If he loses, where's he gonna go? Number 16 in the world? Like he's probably gonna stay 15. Yeah, paycheck. I agree. All right, so Al Quinta, you see him walking out. Al Quinta got some crazy eyes. I'm not even gonna lie. The dude he's a great fighter, but I don't know if I want to hang out with him. Like he might get crazy drunk and beat people up or some shit. This is a long ass walk, dude. This should tell you how big this stadium is. Like the man's been. This is like Pride, like Tokyo Dome type of stadium. Look at him. He's still walking. He's still walking. Dude's been walking for like a minute now to get to the cage. Imagine sitting all the way in the back in this freaking Marvel Stadium. Looks good shape at 155. Oh, Ray Longo, Matt Serra. I like to be a coach, man. I can be like a coach in the UFC, travel, go to different places, have not too much pressure. I'm not fighting, I'm just cornering. I can be like the third man, you know what I mean? You got the two main coaches, and I can be the third guy. I can be the guy that just kind of puts the towel, put the stool inside the cage, get him a towel, get him some water. Wow, 6 most knockdowns in lightweight history. Alan Quinta is I would say his main weapons are obviously his boxing. He's got sharp boxing. He's got good takedown defense. He's got decent ground game. We saw the Habib fight where Habib took Al down, got him down, mounted him, but Al was able to escape, get back on his feet, and took Habib to a decision. Although I don't think that was the best Habib that we saw. Let me just say that. I think if Habib were to fight him again, I think Habib would finish him for sure. Yeah, 57,000 attendance. That's supposed to be a new record. So again, Dan Hooker has a 5-inch reach advantage. Okay, Ally Quinta, despite being 5'10", only has a 70-inch reach. You know what I mean? So he doesn't have the longest reach in the world, but he's got really good inside boxing. When he comes in, right, he moves his head. And again, just being a product of Ray Longo. Ray Longo is a great boxing coach. And you got Matt Serra as a jiu-jitsu coach. So my man Bruce Buffer. I don't know, man. I don't know if Whittaker has been in the grind. Okay, Whittaker went 5 rounds multiple times. You know what I mean? Like Adesanya went 5 rounds once, but Whittaker has proven this is why it's such a tough fight, because you have so many different. I mean, those two guys are so close to each other in terms of skill, in terms of heart. That's why it's such a great fight. That's why this place is sold out, even though really it's just one fight that we're here to see. All right, my man, Crazy Al. He's the underdog? What? He's a plus 130 underdog. That's crazy. That's insane. He should be the favorite. Why is he the underdog? Wow. So for those of you who don't know the plus minus, the fact that he's plus 130 underdog, I believe means that you have to bet 100. You have to bet $130 to win $100, right? Whereas the other guy, if he's like a minus 130 favorite, if you bet $100, you win 130. So basically, he's a slight underdog. He's not a big underdog, but he's a slight underdog, which to me is crazy because he should be the favorite. I feel like he should be at least a 2-1 favorite over Dan Hooker. Adesanya is hung to the floor, 13.5 inches, huh? Damn, all right, Wes. If you bet 100, you win 130. Are you sure he's in? I'm sorry. You're right. He's the underdog. So if you bet 100, you win. You win 130. So if you're the favorite, let's say if Al was minus 130, then you would have to bet 130 to win 100. But since he's an underdog, if you bet 100, you win 130. So you're right. My fault. Listen, man, you guys keep making these, Costa is on steroids, but my man has yet to fail like an actual test. You know what I mean? Like John Jones just failed the test and he got suspended. All right, so let's talk about this fight. Al Iaquinta in the center of the cage. He's engaging. Well, he's actually circling now. And you can see the size difference, man. Hooker is a big dude. Al Iaquinta is having a hard time trying to get on the inside. Hooker is, a nice left hook by Iaquinta. The thing about Iaquinta is he doesn't cut a lot of weight at 155. Like he's, maybe 170 pounds, 165 right now. He's not a huge guy. Like Dan Hooker is probably like freaking, 180 or something crazy like that. I mean, he looks big. Oh, maybe he's. Yeah, like Costa's a freaking genetic freak, and so is Yoel Romero. You know what I mean? Like, steroid can only do so much. Like, you got to be a genetic freak to look like that. Like, I can take all the steroids I want. I can work out as hard as I can, but I'll never, ever, ever look like Paulo Costa. Ever. But genetic plays more of a factor than steroids, I think. Whittaker's the better fighter. He has had a history of injuries. Adesanya is fast, hungry. I agree with that, Lolita. The better fighter does not always win. The fighter who wins, that's true. Costa is hung as well. All right. You should start your own YouTube channel and talk about how hung fighters are. I'm a little concerned that Al is going for a takedown, which tells me that he's having difficulty. Nasty elbows. Nasty elbows to the side of the head. He might be out. No, he's not out. Those elbows to the side, like to the ear, to the temple, man, those are nasty. Like, that is painful. Like, have you ever gotten punched in the ear? It fucking hurts. Oh, he's going to put him in the guillotine. No, he's not. Oh, he's got both hooks. He's going to flatten him out. Nope. Al Iaquinta gets back up. Oh, he puts him in a body triangle. He's going to go for the rear naked. Oh, he's got it. No, he doesn't. So Dan Hooker has a full body triangle on Al Iaquinta, but Al's doing a great job. He's holding on to the wrist. He's got 2-1. Basically, he's got two hands right on Hooker's left hand, so you can kind of go around. Okay, he breaks up the body triangle. I agree. You know, the better fighter does not always win. That's true. Chael Sonnen. Yo Romero hung to the floor. Hey, everybody subscribe to Alo also. He talks about how big dick the fighters got. Who's got the biggest one? Oh, Al Quinta. Oh, he gets back up. There you go. Now we're gonna see the real Al Quinta. I'm just gonna call him Raging Al from now on, man. Al Quinta is just nice jab and a leg kick by Hooker. He's utilizing his reach extremely well, man. And you can see Al, man, he has a hard time trying to come in. He's on the outside, and it's difficult for him to engage on the outside against a much bigger, taller opponent. You know, he can't reach him. Dan Hooker has a 5-inch reach advantage. That's a pretty big reach advantage. And Dan Hooker just fucking looks massive right now against Al Quinta. Yeah, I agree. Yoel Romero versus Costa was an epic fight. And especially the fact that Costa he came out gun blazing. I mean, he come out just going forward with no fear. And I was surprised by that. I thought he was going to be a little cautious. I thought that he was going to be a little bit, nervous. But he came out against Yoel Romero like, it was his ring. So I was really surprised. But he's kind of slowed down, man. He was fast in round 1, but round 2, he wasn't as quick. In round 3, he looked tired. So, okay, you see those elbows right there, right? Al Quinta, he's trying to go for the leg, trying to go for a takedown. And you have Dan Hooker just throwing elbows right to the side right there, right to the temple, to the ear, okay? So not only mess with your equilibrium, but it can really, first of all, it hurts like hell. It's going to give you cauliflower because you can bang in the ear. And it's just flat out painful, and it sucks. Like, it's hard to go for a takedown when you're getting elbowed to the side of the head. Marvel Stadium. I'd like to go to Australia one day. That'd be great. I'm scared of fucking tarantulas, though. I don't know if there's a lot of tarantulas in Australia. Subscribe and share my link. Also, I got 15 people watching, which is great. Thank you, which is more than I hoped. I was hoping like maybe one person would be watching, but I got like 15. So that's good. That's a good start. Oh, Al Quinta is coming forward. All right, Al Quinta is doing a really good job trying to keep the fight on the inside, but Dan Hooker, man, using his reach, using his knees, he's not letting Al get in there. And look at him. You see how Al's fighting stance is, right? He got to stand so low because he's trying to protect his body from those kicks. Like kicks to the midsection. Al's got a very boxing stance. He's almost got like a peekaboo stance where his hands are real close. His body, right? He's almost like hunching a little bit, which makes him look even smaller. But that's a good way to protect his body and everything else right there, because Dan Hooker is just using a great job utilizing his hands and feet to just keep Al away. And Al is losing the fight. Al needs to put him against the fence. He needs to... Come on, Al. You can kick better than that. Yeah, Greg Hardy is a hell of an athlete, but Greg Hardy is still green. Greg Hardy is, and especially with these fighters like athletes, these superior athletes coming into the world of MMA, man, it's going to be dangerous. Like, you know what I mean? As much as great as John Jones is as an athlete, he's not LeBron James. You know what I mean? Imagine if LeBron James came to the fucking UFC, like a young LeBron James. Right, that'd be crazy. Like John Jones, skinny ass, can't even dunk a basketball. I mean, he can't even touch the rim. The dude's 6'4". So imagine these world class, like, someone like Russell Westbrook or, LeBron or whoever come, now they're doing like fighting. Ooh, there you go. Al Quinta having some success. He's throwing the nice body shot with the left, and he's coming overhand with the right. But it's going to be difficult to reach that guy because of, now he's coming forward. Oh, nice body shot. So you see a lot of, he gets hooked again. Come on. I would say this, Al Quintas, those low kicks, those low ankle kicks, man. Look at him. He's switching stances and taking shots to the body. I think Al Quinta right now is just waiting for Dan Hooker. You know what I mean? Instead of he should be focused on his offense. Instead of waiting for him to attack and then react, he's always going to be a step behind. Look at, now he's going for a takedown, but it's going to be hard to take him down. Oh, he goes for the takedown, but he can't. Nice sprawl by Dan, about to hit him with the switch. Look at him again. Dan Hooker is grabbing, And the thing with Al is, like, he's not a guy that's known for his shots. He's not a guy that goes in and takes people down. And you can see the size difference in grappling. I mean, Dan Hooker just pushed him away. All right, you see the total strikes. Iaquinta actually landed more strikes in round 2 than Dan Hooker, which is surprising. Oh, he cracks him with the right hand. Al Iaquinta's on the ground. Dan Hooker's dropping elbows to the side. Nasty. So basically, Al Iaquinta is almost cradled up, right? Dan Hooker he's trapped Iaquinta's right hand, and he's throwing shots. And it's going to be difficult for Al to defend himself because one of his hands is underneath Dan Hooker's leg, so he can't defend himself. He's going for a heel hook. Oh, he's going for a heel hook. They're both going for a heel hook. They got the 50. He's going for an ankle lock now. Oh, he said no. The issue with heel hooks, right, is that it's very, very difficult to get heel hooks or ankle locks when it's really, really slippery. All right, if you're going to get that, it's easy. You know, you remember what Ryan Hall did to BJ Penn, like in round 1, what Andrei Arlovski did to Tim Sylvia, and I think in the first fight. Like in round 1, when you're dry, go for the leg, go for the heel hook. So in my book, Dan Hooker is 2-0 right now. You know what I mean? He definitely won round 1. Round 2 was close. I think Al was doing a much better job, but he won that round. So Al Iaquinta is 0-2 right now. 3 rounds. Why do I even have this? I don't even need this. See what that is. All right, so if Al Iaquinta needs to go for a finish. Simple as that. He needs to give it everything because he's. All right, I gotta apologize because I freaking said that Dan Hooker was gonna win. Dan Hooker was gonna lose this fight, but he's up 2 rounds, and Iaquinta hasn't had an answer for Dan Hooker. And unfortunately, even if he wins this round, I believe he's still going to lose the fight. He needs to finish him or make it a 10-8 round and give himself a draw. But yeah. This is a great example of a fighter in terms of skill. He may not be as skilled as Iaquinta, like his boxing may not be as sharp, but he's able to utilize his size, his reach, right, really, really well against a smaller guy. And this is one of the reasons why guys cut a lot of weight. Like Dan Hooker cuts a lot of weight to make 155. He can fight at 170. Like Ally Quinta is not a big lightweight at all. But against the guy who really should be fighting a welterweight, you can see the size difference, and you can see how Al is struggling. You know what I mean? Look at him, the jab. He's just keeping him away. Jab, elbow. So one thing that Dan Hooker just did, like he threw a hook, but instead of throwing with his hand, he threw it with an elbow, right? And you can do that when you're a tall guy. You can't do that if you're a short guy. When you have a 5-inch reach, he's over here, and he throws it with his elbow, almost like a left hook. Oh, right hand, right through the guard. This is just stylistically a tough matchup, man. This is a tough matchup. This is a bad matchup for Iaquinta. Oh, oh, nice right hand by Ally Quinta, but it's just not enough right now. So while it may seem like Dan Hooker is backpedaling right now, right? He's keeping his hands. I mean, he's using his jab effectively. He's firing down the side with the right hand. So even though he's stepping away, he's landing shots. So even though Iaquinta is the one that's controlling or he's trying to dictate the pace of the fight, it's actually Dan Hooker because he's the one landing the shots. He's the one just popping his jab, popping the right hand, and rotating, circling. So he's never caught against the fence, which is perfect for a tall fighter, right? Use that reach, circle to the right, circle to the left, but don't move straight back. And you can see, man, Al's just busted up right now. He's hitting me with those low calf kicks. Oh, are you talking about one of these, man? Like a sock? Is this like, what is it called, a pop or something like that? Does that sound better? Windshield, yeah. All right, I'll do it next time because otherwise I gotta unscrew my mic. I gotta put this in. So you put a sock around it? Man, let me grab a sock. I gotta grab a sock, man. I'll try to grab. I don't even have anything right now. Let me see if I have something. So that was a 3-0 sweep for Dan Hooker, man. I was wrong about that one. I had. I'm not wearing a sock right now. I would. Come on, you know I'm Asian, man. Come on. Let's see. How about now? All right, let me know if this is good. All right, this is not a sock. This is actually a. I see what you're saying. All right, guys. How about now? That's why podcasters have. I think Keenan has. I've seen a lot of your. I mean, you have a. You wear a headphone, right? He's calling out Dustin Poirier. I like it. How about now? Yeah. So I can kind of hear my voice. So, hello. So Dan Hooker just called out Dustin Poirier, who just lost the fight to Habib. I don't know if Dustin's going to take that fight. I think it's a risky fight, man, because, I mean, first of all, he just defeated Ali Quenta and he kind of made it look easy. So, that was a lose-lose for Al. If he beaten Dan Hooker, it certainly wouldn't have advanced him. It definitely would have gotten him a paycheck. But that's really it. Oh, I see Paulo Costa. My man. Look at him. What's that, Gucci? Versace? What's he got on? Let's see. Dustin Poirier is trying to fight Conor McGregor. Dustin Poirier is trying to pick a rematch with Conor McGregor, which I think is actually a good fight for Conor to come back to. I think Conor can come back to Dustin Poirier. He can come back to Cowboy, or maybe like Frankie Edgar. I don't think Frankie Edgar is going to happen though. But I mean, like Cowboy, Dustin Poirier. I don't think Conor should come back to Tony Ferguson. I definitely don't think he should come back to Habib. I don't think he should come back to Justin Gaethje. Main card now. So we got one more fight, the main event. This is the fight that we've been waiting for. Now I got to check out Triple G. All right, I'm watching your shit. Okay, so Keenan, you were streaming 6 hours ago. Yo, man. Yo, Keenan KTV is putting in work, man. This dude is like, he puts up videos like every. How many videos Keenan got? Yeah. Oh, he puts videos quick. I need to work on my videos. What happened? Oh, it's I got a USB, the NT1 SP, whatever it's called, the Rode. Yeah, I think we do have the same mic actually. But you got a very crisp audio, man. But plus you've been live streaming way longer than I have. See, the problem was 6 hours ago, I was fucking taking a nap real quick out of it back from work. But you're in Europe though, right? You're not in the US. So we have time differences. Voice meter, I'll check it out. I'm trying to figure out what kind of software to use for my camera slash um, microphone. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I know because I know. I remember watching one of your videos and you were like you said you were in Europe. I forgot which country it was, but okay. I gotta get my YouTube game up, man. You got like 30,000 more subs than I do. I gotta put in work. I haven't put a new video in like 3 weeks. It's hard. It's hard to put videos. I mean, it's hard to. It's hard to be a YouTuber. Oh, Israel Adesanya looking beautiful, crisp job. You know what match I want to see? So you're saying right here? Sounds better. Well, you know the yeah, so Keenan KTV, he does MMA videos like I do, but I would say the benefit of the MMA channel is that there's always new MMA, right? So you can do your shit like who should Conor McGregor fight? This, why Conor McGregor beats Habib and why Habib beats Conor and why this and that. Like you can continue to make MMA videos. It's kind of like, it's like basketball, like season after season after season. So, but you come up with videos quick, dude. Like you got every single time, like every other day, I get a notification from you. So I'm like, I gotta watch this dude's video, see what he has. So I'm watching the highlight between Robert Whittaker and Israel Adesanya. Robert Whittaker has defeated some monsters, dude. Like I felt like real good dudes. Like Robert Whittaker has been tested, man. He's been through the gauntlet. Are you doing well from your YouTube, man? Because I literally just got I got that partner status like not too long ago. And then now I'm getting ad money, which really is nothing at all. But you have way more subscribers slash views out there, so you probably get way more. But I don't know if you have like a full time job or anything like that, but it's hard to do. I mean, like you got to be a full time YouTuber if you're trying to be YouTube. Like you can't have a full time job and try to be a YouTuber, man. That doesn't. Oh, are they breakdancing? Holy shit! Is that Drake? No, that's not Drake. Oh, he just did a. Do you just do a 540? All right, so you got three dudes in camouflage. Oh, they're doing the news the I forgot what it's called, but it's like the haka. No. Yeah, I got my. Yeah, Adesanya has that face you want to just punch. I kind of agree with that, man. Adesanya is he definitely got a lot of sass. A lot of people don't like that. Yeah, I got mon. What are you talking about? New guidelines? Are you talking about like cursing and stuff? All right, so you see, Israel just doing freaking ninjutsu signs. He's channeling his inner Naruto. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Same here. You need 1,000 to get subs, and you needed at least like however many views, watch time. I'm not trying to hate on Israel with Adesanya, but For years? How long were you on YouTube, man? I thought you just started like a year or two ago. I thought you just started around the same time as me, like a year or 2 years ago. Well, you certainly have grown a lot in the last like year for sure. Oh, okay. You 2017. Okay, okay. So you've been on YouTube for a few years now. That's pretty cool. Are you watching this fight right now? Yeah, video games, man. That's crazy. All right, so this is the main event right now. Not this is the main event. This is the fight that we all want to see. Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker. Israel looking shredded. Who wants to see Israel fight John Jones? That's the real question. Keenan, that should be the next video, man. Israel versus John Jones. Is a fighter mentioned in one of the Drake songs? I don't know. That's a good question. Israel versus Costa. You did? I didn't see that video. I think here's the issue with Israel and John Jones. I feel like Israel is doing the right thing by saying he's going to fight John Jones in like a year or two, right? He's going to be a little bit bigger. He's going to be a little more stronger. He's going to have a little more experience. And John Jones is going to be a little bit older. You know what I mean? So I feel like if I was John Jones, I would call out Israel right now. I'm like, yo, we need to fight right now on my terms while I'm still in my prime. Because I feel like John Jones has already hit his peak and all he can do is go down while Israel's still ascending right now. So, think of that movie with Brad Pitt, Benjamin Button, right? Like as one is falling, the other one's rising. So John Jones wants to meet him while he's still on top. Israel wants to meet him when he's on top. And Israel is doing the smart thing because he's getting the people excited, but he's not going to fight John Jones right now. He's going to, if he beats Robert Whittaker, he's going to go out there and fight Paulo Costa, maybe fight Yoel Romero. He's going to have one or two more fights in the middleweight division, wait a year, 2 years, and then fight John Jones on his terms. That's what he wants to do. This is what he should do. But if I'm John Jones, exactly, fight Johnny Walker, number one. But if I'm John Jones, I want to fight him now. I want to fight him now. I don't want to fight him 2-3 years from now because I want to be older 2-3 years from now. And Israel is just giving him time to grow. It's kind of like John Jones when he fought Shogun. He fought him at the best time. But like if the John Jones that fought Stephen Bonner early on fought Shogun would have mauled John Jones, or Machida would have mauled John Jones. But like John Jones, John's happy he's going to be able to fight another middleweight he can outsize. Here's my knock against John Jones. I feel like John Jones should be fighting in heavyweight. Okay. He's a big dude, man. He walks around 230, 235. He can easily put another 10 pounds in there, 15 pounds, and he'd be just as big as any of the heavyweights. But, he cuts down and he fights. If John Jones is a light heavyweight, then like Shogun, Rashad, Machida, and Machida did drop down to 185, but those guys are all like freaking 185ers compared to John Jones. John Jones is such a huge size advantage, 84 and a half reach advantage. That is crazy. He has like a foot-long reach advantage over most light heavyweights. But you saw John Jones struggle against guys that are his size, like Alexander Gustafsson. And I think Johnny Walker is going to be the dude, man. I said it when I saw Johnny Walker's first fight. I was like, yo, that's going to be the guy to fight John Jones. But I feel like he needs another fight before he fights John Jones. Again, let's not rush to John Jones, man. John Jones has been on top for a long time. I hear what you're saying that Israel is too skinny for John Jones, but Israel is, watch Israel spar Anthony Rumble Johnson. Stand up. He was doing really well against Anthony Rumble Johnson. Yeah, Anthony Rumble is a big dude, but like that's why Israel doesn't want to fight him now, which is smart on his part. Israel's trying to fight him 2 years from now. Again, he's going to be a little bit bigger, and guess what? John Jones is going to be a little bit older. He's going to be a little bit slower. So Israel wants to fight John on his terms. John should not do that. John should fight him, beat him now, so he doesn't have to deal with him 2 years from now. If he was smart, that's what John Jones should do. If you use this, I don't know what that is, man. What is Discord? Oh, you're talking about you sharing your screen with the viewers? I don't even know how that works. Pop out chat participants. If you use Discord, I'm watching some viewers. All right, brother. Focus on the fight. This is what we came here to see, man. You think Whittaker got it? It's so close. It's 50-50. 50-50. Again, I feel like the reach, man. Remember, Robert Whittaker came from 170. He's not a big middleweight. We just saw what happened with Dan Hooker and Raging Al. Raging Al, skill for skill, I think is better, but he just couldn't deal with the size. It was just stylistically much more. Okay, here we go. Look at the stats. Israel stands at 6'4", same as John Jones. Robert Whittaker, not a small guy, 6 foot. But look at the reach advantage, 80-inch reach advantage. He's got a 6.5, 7 almost inch reach on Robert Whittaker. Okay, this is the main event. Let's go. He's a skinny dude. He can put on some weight if he wants to. And I think eventually he'll go up to 205. So another thing, Adesanya might employ his kickboxing skills deep and keep him in bed. Yeah, I think that's what he has to, man. Adesanya is not a wrestler. Another reason why John Jones could win the fight. You know what I mean? Like John Jones is a great wrestler. John Jones' wrestling is beyond Izzy. All right, here we go. Here's the fight. That's great. Imagine sitting all the way in the back in this huge ass stadium. Like, how do you even see? That's how you know you're a true fan. Look how big the stadium is. That is crazy. This is like the Tokyo Dome or Saitama Super Arena. This is like Pride days. Well, remember, we saw Izzy struggle against Kelvin Gastelum. Technical. Israel is extremely confident right now. He's out there like showboating right now. He's extremely animated. He's extremely confident. He's standing like he's already champion of the world, which might be a mistake against someone like Robert Whittaker, because Robert Whittaker has passed every single challenge. You know what I mean? He, trial by fire. He's past that. So Robert Whittaker should not be taken lightly, but I feel like Israel may be underestimating him. Robert's ready, man. Nah, I wouldn't say Israel was lucky against Gastelum, because that 5th round, remember, those guys were 2-2. Like, Gastelum won 2 rounds. Israel won 2 rounds. So it was all about who won that 5th round. And we saw what happened with Gastelum. Like his cardio definitely helped him, but freaking he got dropped. Like Gastelum got worked. Yeah, Gastelum did gas. He got gas because he was getting his ass kicked too. So I wouldn't say he got lucky, but certainly. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's the fight. They're facing off now. They're touching gloves. All right, the fight's about to start. Let's go. Is Israel going to start his 3-point stance as usual? Oh, he's coming up. Who's going to control the center of the cage? Israel. He's going to get a nice wide stance. Robert Whittaker's hopping around. He's going for those low kicks like Yo Romero. Those hopping low kicks. As you can see, Robert Whittaker immediately trying to cover the distance. He's leaping in, but he's got to be careful because Israel can clock that right hand. Israel threw a nice right low kick. Now you can see Robert Whittaker. He's in the middle of the octagon. Oh, he's coming forward. He got clipped. No? Did he get clipped? Look at that jumping side kick to the knee. All right, that's some Yo Romero shit that Israel has learned from that battle twice. Oh, I will say this, like you were saying earlier, was it the Cal 28? Israel is skinny in a sense for being 6'4", because he doesn't look that much bigger than Robert Whittaker. And Robert Whittaker came from 170. Just remember that. John Jones looks massive against his opponents at 205. So right now I see, Israel is very confident. He's timing his shots very, very well. He's waiting for Robert Whittaker to attack so he can land the counter strikes. And now Israel takes center of the cage. Both of them have very they have a lot of respect for each other. All right, so you're gonna see. Well, I mean, it's kind of a close fight right now. They're both kind of respecting each other. They're both not really. Robert Whittaker is doing that leaping side kick to the thigh. I'd say right now, Robert Whittaker is winning the fight. He's engaging, he's attacking, he's keeping Adesanya on the back pedal. Now remember, he keeps going low to the leg so he can throw that overhand right or that high kick. Oh, it seemed like there's a poke. Is there a poke? No poke. All right, so there was an accidental eye poke. Oh, look at Robert Whittaker. Oh, nice high kick by Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker is expanding a lot of energy because he's bouncing around. He's almost like a Taekwondo fighter, almost. You know what I mean? Which is great, but you can only do that for maybe a round or two. It's gonna be hard to. It's gonna be difficult to keep bouncing around like that. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for the head. He's head hunting. I think Israel should try to go for some body shots and then go for the head. Oh, Israel throws a nice, beautiful left high kick. Barely misses Robert Whittaker. Who's going to take that down to the ground? Robert Whittaker? Whittaker's not really a ground guy, though. Oh, he's going. I mean, he's just swinging it for the head of Adesanya. But Adesanya, you can see from. So if you look at the significant strikes, Whittaker has landed 12 of 44. 44 strikes he's thrown. Israel has only thrown 22, but he's landed 11. So 50% of his strikes are landing, whereas Robert Whittaker is 1 of 4. So he's expanding a lot of energy in round one, and they're pretty much even. So Robert Whittaker is, in my opinion, nerves. He's trying to finish this fight, but he's expending a lot of energy, hopping around, throwing a lot of shots, a lot of heavy shots, a lot of shots that are missing. And if you know anything about fighting, it takes a lot of energy to keep punching air. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't believe me, just shadow box as hard as you can for 5 minutes, see how tired you get. You're going to be worn out. And that's kind of what Robert Whittaker is doing right now. He's like shadow boxing. He's punching air as hard as he can, and it's going to get tired. Oh, shit. What just happened? Holy sh... Woo. Woo. So pretty much like a second or two left, right? Israel Adesanya landed a huge right hand and freaking almost knocked out. You know what? I might just show you this. Yeah, my man is down. All right, I might show the replay. Give me 1 sec. Okay, here it is. Oh, that's crazy. Boom, hits him with the right hand. Oh, you see Robert Whittaker's eye roll back? That would have been it, man. If there was another second or two left in that fight would have been over because Robert Whittaker's his eye just rolled back. That's crazy. Talk about saved by the bell. Oh, you see Israel pushing him back now. Oh, now he's coming charging forward. I would say this. I thought Robert Whittaker was winning the round, but then he got knocked down. So I feel like either that round was a tie or Israel won because he had that big knockdown. I think Israel, obviously he's a better stand-up fighter, man. His striking is way more cleaner than Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker needs to turn this into a brawl, like you said. So Israel, try to rewind my video for a little bit because I actually show you the highlight where Whittaker got knocked down by Israel. Israel's winning the fight for sure. You know what I mean? I think he edged that round one with that big knockdown. And right now, man, he's landing the crisper shots. He's more efficient. Robert Whittaker is bouncing around. He's throwing more shots, but he's not landing. Israel is when he does throw, he's landing at a very effective way. Like he's, if he throws 20 shots, he's landing 10 of them, which is fantastic. Oh, you know what? Now Israel's just stalking Robert Whittaker. Oh, now they're going to the body. Oh, Robert Whittaker is just swinging for the heads, but he keeps missing. If you rewind my video, go back like 3 minutes. I don't know if you can do that when it's live, but if you go back 3 minutes, I show you the knockdown. So you can see what happened. Oh, nice left hook by Robert Whittaker, but he keeps missing. He keeps going for the head, but he's missing his shots. Israel Adesanya is just a better kickboxer. He's more efficient. He's not wasting that much energy. Whittaker keeps doing this weird Taekwondo style where he's just like keep bouncing. I don't know how long he can sustain that because That takes a lot of energy to keep bouncing. Oh, Israel's doing a really nice job of launching himself with that straight right hand. He keeps connecting on Robert Whittaker, and as Robert Whittaker tries to counter, Israel does a beautiful job. Oh, he buckles Robert Whittaker. It's over. It's over. Oh, it's done. Woo! New champion. Woo! You just beat him. You just beat him. Oh, dude just won, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy right there. Wow. That's incredible. Yeah, TKO, man. Second round. Oh, Borichima. Borichima wants it. Oh, he's coming out of the cage. Who's he trying to go after? Oh, his coaches. I thought he was going to go after Paulo Costa. That's crazy. Wow, he made it look easy against Robert Whittaker. Look at him. Look at this. Look at this. He comes up. Boom, boom. Boom, down, 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 down. That's crazy. Boom. It's that counter right hand followed by a left hook, hits him right in the chin. He goes down. Oh, okay. You can't rewind live. Okay. All right. Look. See him? He goes down right there. Down, down. Boom. Finish. Woo! Oh, look at him. He got a machine gun. I hope they bring out Paulo Costa. Israel Adesanya made it look easy in this fight. I mean, he knocked him down in round one, almost knocked him out. If there was another 2 seconds left in that fight, he would have finished him in round one. Yeah, I mean, he was Neo in this fight, dude. I feel sad for Robert because Robert Whittaker is such a great guy. He's a great champion, but like Israel, man, he's just a step ahead. And if they were to rematch, I think Israel will be even. Okay, it's a knockout, not TKO. So Israel's talking about how people are saying he doesn't have knockout power, but he does. Taking off his belt. I think that's his parents right there. Israel is the real deal. I said Israel is the real deal after he beat Gastelum. I think that's his family right there. That's crazy. I like to see Paulo Costa come up.
Nothing broken about this broken native tonight. All you wanted was a chance to prove you were the best middleweight in the world, and in less than 2 years.
All right, so you see right now, there he is being interviewed. He got his family behind him.
They're all chasing the last style better now. Congratulations on just an epic result and performance tonight. Hey, John.
That was a good win.
First of all, Melbourne, Wagwan my youths. Bro, what up, Koba? Man, I'm real petty, you know that, John. I remember everything like an elephant. And like I said, I was in the nosebleeds. And now I made his nosebleed.
You gotta stop with the rhymes, Israel, with the nosebleed. That's kind of.
If he was going to shoot early, you ain't nosebleeding? Hold up. Now we good. Clean as a whistle. You told us on Friday you were going to expect anything, and maybe if he was going to shoot early, you'd be ready for that.
Not only was it a quick fight, man, it wasn't even close.
Everything we expected. Like I said in the New York fight, we had everything from his plan A, plan B, plan C. In this fight, we had it all the way up to Z. Man, it's honestly.
I think the mic just.
You too skinny, bro.
Oh, Paula Costa. That was a shot at Paula.
We're gonna take a look at some of the replays here. Oh, let's have a look. Let me break it down for you. Walk on.
All right, so he's gonna see the look. Boom, hits him.
That's a nice one to
Hits him. Boom, look at the left hand and fall by the right hand. Hits him right in the chin. He goes straight down. Buckles. Look at him. Boom, boom. Hits him with the left hand. Now, Robert could have hit him, but look at him right in the chin. He goes straight down, and he buckles him. At that point, it's over, man. He comes in, hits him right there. 1, 2, it's over. That's crazy. That's crazy right there.
Last name Marvel. We gotta do something together. Marvel comics, Marvel movies, whatever. We'll do something. We'll talk later on. But first,
You talking about Marvel movies?
I got this overly inflated balloon animal.
Oh, Borachima. Oh, he should. Oh, they should let him in. They should let him in. Put him back in. They should let him in. They're not letting him in. He's trying to get in. They're not letting him in. Come on now. Come on now. Get the man in there. Israel, I mean, they should do a face-off right now because I'm actually really excited for that fight right now. That's crazy. Yeah. They should let Paulo Costa in, man. They should do a square. I mean, I'm actually really excited for that fight. But I got Israel winning that fight. Israel right now is just on top of the world right now, man.
Yeah. But hats off to Adesanya, a great striker. I thought I was doing pretty well until you get caught. But hell, I'm only 28. I'll see him in a fight or two, yeah? Thanks for everybody that came out today. Thanks to my family. Thanks to my coaches. Everybody did great.
I thought they're not gonna interview fighters anymore after they get KO'd.
W today, but I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, class, we appreciate you, sir. There he is, folks. Robert Whittaker. Great sportsmanship by Robert Whittaker, but this moment.
All right, so Robert Whittaker, he says he's going to come back. He's only 28 years old, and listen, I think he could come back. And I will say that first round, okay. I want to see some sort of a confrontation between Israel Adesanya and Borachima, but I guess that's not going to happen. All right, guys. So overall, like I said, the card wasn't deep. It was not a deep card. This was the card. This was the only fight that I wanted to really watch. And this was a great fight, but I was expecting a little deeper card, number one. Number two, you got Borachima there looking like Scarface, like a Versace Scarface in there. Oh, they're going to come face to face. They're going to come face to face. Oh. That's funny. All right, I will say this. Overall, Israel really, I think Israel's the future of the middleweight division, man. I don't know if Robert Whittaker can reclaim his belt, but to his credit, I will say Robert Whittaker was doing very well in round one. But just keep in mind, even though they were identical in significant strikes, Robert Whittaker threw like 44 shots. He threw 44 punches, and he landed, I think, like 14 or 15 shots, right? So basically like 1 out of every 4, 25% of his punches were landing. Israel Adesanya threw 22 shots, okay? And 11 of them landed. So 50% of his punches landed. He was way more efficient. Robert Whittaker was jumping all around like he was point fighting and wasting a lot of energy, and he was going for the head. And Israel Adesanya just kept moving his head, counter strike with the left and the right, and finally caught him. Robert Whittaker did not make any adjustments in that from that first round. He almost got finished in the first round, and he did get finished in the second round. And I don't know if Robert Whittaker, I'm sure Robert Whittaker is going to come back and win some fights, and maybe we'll get a second title shot, but I don't see him beating Israel, man. I think Israel is only going to get bigger. His confidence is only going to get bigger. And but let's see the Paulo Costa fight. Were you guys impressed with him? Check out the highlights. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. thank you, Lolita, for watching. So this is my first UFC live stream. I'm gonna do my best to be live streaming all the events now. Obviously, do a better job with audio, do a better job with the video. Maybe I can have some like on the screen where you guys can see some highlights or live updates or whatever. But anyway, I think I had like maximum 15 people that watched, like at peak. So which is more than what I hoped. So if you have anything else, let me know. Thanks for watching. I think everybody's tuning off now, so I'm gonna end the live stream. I don't even know how to end the live stream. How do I end the live stream? Oh, okay. Here, hold up. End stream. There you go. End it.